Hey, boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Mr. Irish Television. Okay, so you need some graph paper or graph paper notebook because we're going to do some graphs. You got to draw this in your notes. Write equations from graphs in slope-intercept form. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So what is slope-intercept form again? That's y equals mx plus b. M stands for what? Yeah, the slope, which is the steepness of the line, and it's also the rate of change. B stands for the y-intercept. Yeah. The reason why it doesn't stand for y because you have a y here. X and y stand for one of the infinite points that are on this line. All right, so let's get this line into y equals mx plus b. So the first thing, let's just get the y-intercept. The y-intercept is right here, is really easy to find. So copy this graph in your notes. So 0, 2, right there, that's your y-intercept. So I can identify that in my chart. So 0, 2, and then I just pick any one point. I like to pick the next point. So that'd be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So 2 and 3. Okay, so the slope is the change in y over the change in x. The change in y, 2 to 3, is up 1. Change in x is up 2. So the slope is 1/2. So the y-intercept is 2 right here because that's where it touches the y-axis. This is the x. This is the y right there. So y equals slope 1/2 times x plus y-intercept right here, 2. So that is the equation of this line. Y equals 1/2 x plus 2. And you can do this. What's half of 2? 1 plus 2 is 3. Yeah, so it works every time. So to get all the points. So another way to do this, actually, it's quicker than finding this. Because the change is the change in y over change in x. So the change in y to go from one point to the next is up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. And you start here, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. So that is always the pattern. So that is the change in y and change in x. So sometimes you can just look at it and not have to do this chart. So it's actually a faster way of doing it. So you can go y equals, okay, up 1, right 2, change in y over change in x, plus 2 right there. So that is a quicker way of doing it. And we're going to practice that right now. So here, check this one out. Example 2. Copy this one in your notes. Pause the video. Get those points correct. All right, cool. So y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, and B is the y-intercept. So I'm going to try and do this without a chart, okay? So I know that the slope is downhill. So that I know the slope is going to be negative because it's downhill. So I go from one point to the next. Doesn't matter where I start. So that's down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. See the pattern? Down 2, right 1, etc. So down 2, right 1. So down is negative because it's a negative slope. So y equals down 2 over 1 x. Y-intercept right here. This is the y-axis. So that's down 1 from the origin minus 1. So y equals negative 2x minus 1. There we go. So I did the whole thing without doing the chart. If you wanted to do the chart, we should get the same answer. So the chart is a good way to check your answer. So this point is 0, negative 1. This point is 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and negative 3. So that would be down 2, up 1. Oh, it's the same thing. So the chart and the pattern on the graph represent the same thing. We got it. Cool. Let's do some more. All right, here we go. Example 3 right here. Copy this into your notes. So obviously the first thing I notice is that the slope is negative because it's going downhill. This slope for this one is positive because it's going uphill. So that's going to help me create my equation. So y equals. So what's the pattern? So start anyone you want. Down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. Change in y, that's up and down, over change in x, that is left to right. X, all right, y-intercept is here, so that's up 1 from the origin, that's plus 1. So y equals negative 2/3 x plus 1. Let's check our answer just to make sure we got the slope right. This is 0, 1 here, and this is 1, 2, 3, and negative 1. Let's see if we got it right. 1 to negative 1 is down 2. 0 to 3 is 3. Okay, change in y, change in x. We got it. There we go. So, try this one right here, example 4. Copy this down in your notes, see if you can get the equation. Ready, set, go. All right, let's see. Y equals, so the slope, you always go up first. Up 1, let's start here. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. Up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. Up 1, right 4. And it's positive because it's going uphill, so there's no negatives here. X times x, y-intercept. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 4. So that's 4 right there. So I did the whole thing without my chart. But let's do the chart just to check our slope. So 0, 4, I wrote that already. This point is 1, 2, 3, 4 on the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the y. So change in y is 1. Change in x is 4. So I get 1 over 4, which is the same thing I got when I was counting. Up 1, right 4. Got it. Good work.